Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Hayden's back. Back again. Real quick now, some interesting news from the Star Wars universe. For those of you, my fellow Star Wars fans, guess who's back? Bam! Look at this handsome fella. I just found out that Hayden Christensen is only 2 years older than me. Holy crap. That is devastating. I think he's about 40. Um, yeah, 40 years old. I'm 38. So, God, time flies, man. Time really flies. But yeah, Hayden Christensen is back, and not just back, but he's back being his most famous iconic role ever. Um, I don't know if this means that he's short on cash, but you know what? I'm not gonna be too harsh on Hayden because if you are an actor and you are best known for your one role, I'd say milk it, man. Milk it till it's dry. Because if you can make money off of that role, till the end of time, and you can, buy yourself a house, make yourself a good living off of that one role, so be it. So be it. Um, Hayden Christensen is back as Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. The actor will reprise his role in Ahsoka series, the latest Star Wars live-action series from Lucasfilm and Disney Plus. Rosario Dawson, whom you may have seen as Ahsoka in the season 2 of The Mandalorian last year. She was fantastic, by the way, in that role. Um, she's coming back. She's reprising her role as Ahsoka Tano, a Jedi Knight survivor popular in the animation side of Star Wars, who made her live action debut in the second season of The Mandalorian. The plot details are being kept in the far reaches of the Outer Rim for Ahsoka series, but it is known that longtime Star Wars lightsaber wielder Dave Filoni, one of my favorite people on earth, will be writing the series, and it will be executive produced by Jon Favreau. And I hope that translates into Jon Favreau also directing some of the episodes because the collaboration of Favreau and Filoni is fantastic, and I want more of that collaboration. Dave Filoni, of course, he walks around rocking that cowboy hat wherever he goes. He's a fantastic man. I met him once at the, I believe it was Star Wars Rebels press junket. But anyway, back to the article. It is unclear how Skywalker, or for that matter, Vader, will figure into Ahsoka. So what they're saying is that they don't know exactly how they're gonna incorporate Hayden Christensen's storyline or character Anakin into the storyline. Um, because Ahsoka, just like Mandalorian, will be set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, which means 5 years after Darth Vader's death. Um, so is this a Ghost Force situation? We don't know. Or is this a flashback situation? We don't know. But it's exciting to see Hayden Christensen's back. The character of Tano was Ashoka Tano was the Padawan of Skywalker, so the latter's appearance in the series could be in the form of flashbacks. There you go. But knowing a thing or two about how the Force works, sources also posit the theory the character could be a Force ghost. Yeah, seems like this paragraph just read my mind. Disney was as silent as Darth Maul when asked to comment. Production is due to begin early 2022. Darth Maul, of course, the last time we saw Darth Maul, I believe it was that Solo movie, right? Solo Star Wars story, which was okay. It was lackluster, and I think they were planning to do a sequel, but it wasn't well received. Christensen famously played the future Vader in 2002 Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, 2005 Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry, Sith. Fans went wild when it was announced at Disney's Investor Day in December 2020 that the actor was returning to the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the live-action series starring Ewan McGregor. So Christensen will also be showing up uh, on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series starring Ewan McGregor as the title character. So um, this is exciting. I mean, first of all, I gotta be honest with you. Confession time. I remember watching these prequel trilogy, right? And I remember not liking Hayden Christensen, and I think I was not alone on that. I think a lot of fans and critics were like, "What is this guy? Is just not a good actor. He can't act out. He can't act his way out of a paper bag." And if you see the movies again on Blu-ray or whatever format, even on Disney Plus, um, I think it still stands. Unfortunately, it still stands. Uh, there's always an argument to be made that maybe uh, they could have cast a better actor for that role of Anakin Skywalker slash Darth Vader. Um, and that argument will be justifiable, will be understandable. Because again, to this day, if you rewatch the movie again, it's like one of your criticisms about it. You may have many, but one of them will be, man, he is just not a good actor. Uh, but over the years, I've become like I've grown fonder of Hayden Christensen. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff he did after the prequel trilogy, including Jumper. I like that movie Jumper so much. To this day, I was like, man, why can't there be a Jumper sequel? That was a fun movie. And then over the years, for the past decade, for the past 10 years, Hayden has been uh, kind of being under the radar. He's been doing mostly indie projects, straight to digital movies. Like I think he did a Crusade War movie with Nicolas Cage. Remember that? I was like, what is going on here? But again, it's like, okay, okay, whatever you got to do to make a living, right? Whatever gig you can do, it's a tough world out there for an actor, and especially somebody who's only known for Anakin Skywalker. So for the past decade, that's what he's been doing. He's been flying under the radar, and just been doing a lot of straight to digital movies, including the ones with Nicolas Cage. um, Tyler says Hayden's finally booked and busy. Yeah, right. Finally, after a while, my goodness. So, um, but I kind of admire that. I admire the fact that he's keeping persistent. He's not letting or he's trying to get out of the shadow of just like the prequel trilogy. He's been doing lots of roles, mind you, albeit indie projects that nobody will ever see, or little eyeballs will see. But he's doing it. He's trying. He's not. It's not like he throwing the towel or throwing the mantle. It's like, no, I'm giving up. I'm retiring from acting. Nothing like that. He was just like keeping on, man. Um, and I admire that, and I think, like I said earlier, if you are known for your one big iconic role only, and if you cash on it till the rest of your life, if you can milk it till you die, do it, man, do it. So the opportunity arises, and I'm glad that Hayden Christensen is not bitter about the prequel trilogy. He didn't have any resentment about his experience with Star Wars universe. It's not like Dave Filoni or John Favreau is like, hey Hayden, give him a call like, hey, you want to come back? It's like, F you guys, screw you. It's not like he pulled a Eric Cartman from South Park. Screw you guys, I'm going home. No, nothing like that. Just like, yeah, yeah, yes, of course, I'll come back. And whatever his reason may be, like I said, maybe he's low on cash. Maybe he just needs it to have some, like you said, like a comeback kit. To have that label a comeback kit, or maybe he has some bills to pay, or maybe he's just doing it because this is what he loves doing. So why not? Why the heck not? Um, Tyler Cameron, Jamie Lee Curtis has been Laurie Strode for 40 years, so why not let Hayden be Anakin for just as long? Exactly, right? Uh, but I think there's a little slight difference, though. I think when it comes to Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, I think she never left. Even during those crappy Halloween sequels in the 80s and the 90s, like Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode was still looming over. You know what I'm saying? uh, Anakin, I mean Hayden Christensen as Anakin was not looming over the sequel trilogy, that crappy, sequel trilogy that we had with Rey and Kylo Ren. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that sequel trilogy was terrible. Looking back on it, it's like, what is going on? Uh, so, as flawed as prequel trilogy was, that sequel trilogy was by far, you know, much more terrible. But back to Hayden. But you're right, Tyler. You know what? Why not? Why not? Why the hell not? He's coming back. It's so good. And lastly, before I go, I just want to also comment on Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I know a lot of people think that Rosario Dawson is too tall to play the role. You know, those of us fans of Clone Wars and Ahsoka, we would think like, Ahsoka's not that big, not that huge. But having seen that episode last year, um, Rosario just became Ahsoka, man. She just rocked it, and sure, fine, she's too tall for the role, but what, so what? So the hell what, right? I mean, Hugh Jackman was too tall to play Wolverine. Come on, guys. To this day, we still have that in the back of our heads. Like, yeah, we love Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, but he is too tall. Wolverine's not that tall. So there's always, you can't always get to the most perfect casting. There's always little thing that's a bit of little thing here and there that's a bit off about the casting. Whether it be certain physical traits or certain stuff, whatever, what have you. So you can't always get it right. You can't always get it perfect. But I think Rosario, despite the height, she really did a good job of embodying the essence of Ahsoka, and so I think this is a fantastic, role for her. I'm glad that she has found this steady gig beyond um, those Netflix Marvel shows that she was a part of. So I'm glad she has found another franchise to be in. So that good on her. Good on her. Looking forward to this to the development on this Ahsoka series. Looking forward to the plot line. Hopefully they reveal the storyline, whether it be Ghost Force or maybe flashbacks, what have you. It's good to have Hayden back. Um, Welcome back, Hayden, to Star Wars universe where you absolutely belong. So share your thoughts about this topic in the comment section down below. Thank you, Tyler, for chiming in. And for the rest of you guys, subscribe. Let's rock this.